Have you been planning to sit for the WGU D324 Business of IT Project Management Objective Assessment? And do you need the best information on how to prepare? Welcome to the right place. Here you can find the list of practice questions and study tips on the D324 course that are oriented on achieving excellent results in the 𝗏𝗏𝗃 project plus certification exam. In this video, we will cover questions from Agile methodologies, project planning, project execution, quality assurance, and project closure. So, let's get started. 1. A project manager is tasked with reducing work in progress, WIP levels, and managing workflows more efficiently for a software development project. Which agile methodology should the project manager adopt? A. Scrum. B. Kanban. C. Extreme programming. D. Waterfall development. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Kanban. Explanation. Kanban is designed to control WIP levels and manage workflows, making it ideal for this scenario. It visualizes workflow and limits WIP to increase efficiency. 2. A UK government project manager needs to follow the standard project management methodology for the government, ensuring clear project phases, predefined tasks, and roles. Which methodology should they use? A. Scrum. B. Prince. 2. C. Waterfall development. D. Scaled Agile framework. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Prince 2. Explanation. Prince 2 is the project management standard for the UK government, known for its well-defined roles, responsibilities, and phases. 3. A company wants to incorporate continual improvement into their software development process. Which framework should they follow to improve efficiency with each cycle? A. Waterfall development. B. Software development lifecycle. C. Kanban. D. Scaled Agile framework. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Software development lifecycle. Explanation. SDLC emphasizes continual improvement, incorporating lessons learned to become more efficient with every cycle. 4. A development team requires an Agile at Scale framework that integrates multiple Agile practices and provides a comprehensive view of roles, practices, and events. Which framework best fits this need? A. Extreme programming. B. Scaled Agile framework. C. Scrum. D. Waterfall development. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Scaled Agile framework. Explanation. SAFe is designed to scale Agile practices across larger organizations, providing an overview of roles, practices, and events through its big picture. 5. Which Agile framework heavily emphasizes software engineering practices and designed to improve the quality of life for developers? A. Extreme programming. B. Scrum. C. Kanban. D. Waterfall development. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. Extreme programming. Explanation. XP focuses on software engineering practices and design, helping developers produce high-quality work and improve their quality of life. 6. A project manager is implementing operational support and improving cross-functional collaboration in software engineering. Which methodology are they most likely following? A. Scrum. B. DevOps. C. Kanban. D. Prince. 2. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. DevOps. Explanation. DevOps focuses on operational support and collaboration between development and operations teams, ensuring smoother workflows. 7. What is the primary focus of a project in a portfolio? A. Managing the overall program. B. Completing tasks with no clear objective. C. Operating more than one project simultaneously. D. Achieving a single clearly defined objective. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. D. Achieving a single clearly defined objective. Explanation. A project in a portfolio has a single, clearly defined objective to meet, aligning with broader organizational goals. 8. A project is part of a larger program, increasing its responsibilities and criticality. What does this imply? A. The project is no longer part of a portfolio. B. Collaboration with other project teams is unnecessary. C. The project is standalone. D. The project requires collaboration with other teams and the program manager. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. D. The project requires collaboration with other teams and the program manager. Explanation. A project within a program must collaborate with other teams and the program manager to align with the program's larger goals. 9. A project's schedule outlines the timeline and expectations for all involved, but does not direct the project. What is the primary function of the schedule? A. Directing project resources. B. Providing a detailed budget. C. Giving the project timeline and expectations. D. Monitoring industry standards. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Giving the project timeline and expectations. Explanation. The schedule provides a timeline and expectations for project phases, but does not direct how the project should be managed. 10. What directly dictates how a project result should look and behave, and creates shared understanding between stakeholders and team members? A. Schedule. B. Budget. C. Requirements. D. Industry norms. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Requirements. Explanation. Requirements define the result of the project, ensuring shared understanding between stakeholders and team members. 11. Before deploying a change, which individuals validate the change implementation? A. Project sponsor, change reviewer and developer. B. Project manager, change requester and change reviewer. C. Developer, change requester and team lead. D. Project manager, change requester and project sponsor. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Project manager, change requester and change reviewer. Explanation. These roles are responsible for validating the implementation of changes before they are communicated and deployed. 12. Which issue arises from unapproved changes that dilute project resources, adding work and causing extensions to the project? A. Project delay. B. Scope creep. C. Budget overrun. D. Resource leveling. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Scope creep. Explanation. Scope creep refers to unapproved changes that dilute resources and add work, leading to project delays and extensions. 13. What type of change may or may not lead to a project change, such as a client deciding to alter website fonts or logos? A. Scope change. B. Product change. C. Budget change. D. Project plan change. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Product change. Explanation. A product change, like changing fonts or logos, may or may not impact the broader project. 14. In a start-to-start SS dependency, when does Activity 2 begin? A. After Activity 1 starts. B. After Activity 1 finishes. C. When Activity 2 is completed. D. When the project ends. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. After Activity 1 starts. Explanation. In a start-to-start SS dependency, Activity 2 begins after Activity 1 has started. 15. Which type of dependency requires Activity 2 to finish only after Activity 1 has started, making it the rarest dependency type? A. Finish to start. B. Finish to finish. C. Start to start. D. Start to finish. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. D. Start to finish. Explanation. The start to finish dependency is the rarest type, where activity 2 finishes only after activity 1 has started. 16. What type of testing measures whether the system is stable and fast enough to work under different workloads? A. Smoke testing. B. Stress testing. C. Performance testing. D. Regression testing. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Performance testing. Explanation. Performance testing evaluates the system's stability and speed under various workloads. 17. A high-level system test run after code compilation, but before deployment is known as what? A. Regression testing. B. Performance testing. C. Smoke testing. D. Unit testing. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Smoke testing. Explanation. Smoke testing is a high-level system test conducted after code compilation, but before deployment to ensure basic functionality. 18. Which document outlines the work a vendor must deliver and is typically included with a request for proposal? A. Terms of reference. B. Project charter. C. Procurement statement of work. D. Risk register. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Procurement statement of work. Explanation. The 𝗬 outlines the vendor's responsibilities and deliverables and is usually included in an RFP. 19. What is used to compare the financial benefits of a project to its costs, often written as a percentage? A. Return on investment. B. Internal rate of return. C. Net present value. D. Payback period. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Return on investment. Explanation. ROI compares the financial benefit of a project to its costs, providing a percentage-based profitability measure. 20. Which document gives a brief overview of project objectives, is formal, and outlines project parameters for agreement among team members and stakeholders? A. Risk register. B. Project charter. C. Procurement statement of work. D. Scope baseline. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Project charter. Explanation. The project charter outlines project objectives and parameters, ensuring agreement among team members and stakeholders. 21. What process objectively confirms that a deliverable meets the project's documented quality standards? A. Validation. B. Verification. C. Inspections. D. Quality control. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Verification. Explanation. Verification is an internal process that ensures deliverables meet the documented standards. 22. A customer evaluates a finished project output to confirm it meets their expectations. What process are they conducting? A. Quality assurance. B. Verification. C. Validation. D. Risk analysis. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Validation. Explanation. Validation occurs when a customer confirms that the project deliverable meets their expectations. 23. What tool helps examine a finished product to compare it with expected results and is part of the verification process? A. Risk register. B. WBS dictionary. C. Inspections. D. Project plan. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Inspections. Explanation. Inspections are used in the verification process to ensure the final product matches the expected outcomes. 24. What includes specific project details that do not fit on a WBS diagram and can be reused for the schedule, budget, and reports? A. Risk register. B. WBS dictionary. C. Scope statement. D. Gantt chart. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. WBS dictionary. Explanation. The WBS dictionary includes detailed information not found on the WBS diagram and can be reused in schedules, budgets, and reports. 25. What represents the total expected project costs plus contingency reserves for handling risk-related costs? A. Schedule baseline. B. Resource baseline. C. Cost baseline. D. Scope baseline. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Cost baseline. Explanation. The cost baseline represents the expected project costs, including contingency reserves for managing risks. 26. What term refers to the expected total project duration captured from the project schedule? A. Cost baseline. B. Resource baseline. C. Schedule baseline. D. Scope baseline. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. Schedule baseline. Explanation. The schedule baseline represents the total project duration from the project schedule. 27. Which activity smooths the variation in resource usage over time to create a more even project workload? A. Resource leveling. B. Resource smoothing. C. Resource allocation. D. Task scheduling. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Resource smoothing. Explanation. Resource smoothing adjusts its projects to create a more even distribution of resources without altering the project timeline. 28. What process compares the current state to a desired future state and helps plan the necessary changes to reach that goal? A. Risk analysis. B. Progress reporting. C. Scope creep. D. Gap analysis. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. D. Gap analysis. Explanation. Gap analysis compares the current state with the future desired state and outlines steps to bridge the gap. 29. Which phase of a project involves removing access from the person who authorized expenses as part of the final closure process? A. Execution phase. B. Planning phase. C. Initiation phase. D. Closing phase. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. D. Closing phase. Explanation. During the closing phase, access to the system is removed from the person who authorized project expenses as part of project shutdown. 30. Which tool helps track software defects, collecting enough information to allow engineers to resolve issues? A. Change log. B. Issue log. C. Defect log. D. Risk register. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Defect log. Explanation. The defect log is used in software projects to track and collect data on defects for engineers to resolve. Struggling with your WGU exams? We've all been there. Welcome to 𝗬𝗂𝗿𝗂𝗋𝗚.com, your ultimate resource for WGU success. Find over 15,000 plus questions and answers. Join our thriving community of over 10,000 active WGU students and an impressive 100% success rate with our premium exam support. Visit 𝗬𝗂𝗿𝗂𝗋𝗚.com today and take the first step toward guaranteed success. 31. What chart is used to visually track tasks and time in a grid format, showing the time required for each task on a bar chart? A. Milestone chart. B. Gantt chart. C. Pareto chart. D. Fishbone diagram. What do you think is the answer? Correct. Answer B. Gantt chart. Explanation. Gantt charts visually represent tasks and time on a bar chart, showing task duration on the x-axis. 32. A project manager uses a high-level document that shares major progress points like feature rollouts. What is this document called? A. Risk report. B. Scope baseline. C. Project roadmap. D. Issue log. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Project roadmap. Explanation. The project roadmap is a high-level document that outlines significant progress points, such as new feature rollouts. 33. Which of the following is a chart that shows the variation in a process without considering goals or targets? A. Scatter diagram. B. Control chart. C. Gantt chart. D. Pareto chart. Can you guess the answer? Correct. Answer B. Control chart. Explanation. A control chart shows the variation in a process over time without regard for specific goals or targets. 34. What tool is used to identify potential causes of a problem and visualize the relationship between various contributing factors? A. Fishbone diagram. B. Gantt chart. C. Run chart. D. Histogram. What do you think is the answer? Correct. Answer A. Fishbone diagram. Explanation. The fishbone diagram helps identify multiple potential causes of a single problem, making it useful in root cause analysis. 35. Which chart is used in statistical analysis to show the frequency distribution of variable data over time? A. Run chart. B. Histogram. C. Scatter diagram. D. Fishbone diagram. Do you know the answer? Correct. Answer B. Histogram. Explanation. A histogram shows the frequency distribution of variable data, making it a useful tool in statistical analysis. 36. What chart measures the remaining work to be completed each day and is used to track project progress against targets? A. Burn-up chart. B. Burn-down chart. C. Velocity chart. D. Control chart. Can you guess the answer? Correct. Answer B. Burn-down chart. Explanation. A burn-down chart measures how much work remains to be completed, helping track project progress against daily targets. 37. A line chart showing how much work has been completed each day in a project is called what? A. Burn-up chart. B. Burn-down chart. C. Velocity chart. D. Gantt chart. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer A. Burn-up chart. Explanation. A burn-up chart measures the total work completed each day and helps track project completion over time. 38. Which of the following measures how many story points are completed per iteration and helps estimate future capacity? A. Burn-down chart. B. Burn-up chart. C. Control chart. D. Velocity chart. Do you know the answer? Correct. Answer D. Velocity chart. Explanation. A velocity chart measures how many story points are completed per iteration, helping project teams set goals for future sprints. 40. What is the primary responsibility of a project manager regarding environmental, social, and governance factors during project design? A. Avoid implementing them until the final phase. B. Consider them only during project execution. C. Incorporate ESG factors into the project's design from the start. D. Evaluate ESG factors after the project is completed. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Incorporate ESG factors into the project's design from the start. Explanation. ESG factors should be considered from the beginning of the project to ensure alignment with company objectives and values. 41. What type of intellectual property includes assets like patents, copyrights, and trademarks, which require legal filings? A. Trade secrets. B. Company branding. C. Intellectual property. D. Open source licenses. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Intellectual property. Explanation. Intellectual property includes assets like patents, copyrights, and trademarks, which require legal filings for protection. 42. Which data classification refers to information with the highest level of sensitivity, such as national defense or foreign relations data? A. Public data. B. Internal data. C. Restricted data. D. Confidential data. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. D. Confidential data. Explanation. Confidential data includes highly sensitive information related to national defense or foreign relations, requiring the highest level of security. 43. A company integrates data from multiple source systems for analytics and reporting purposes. What system are they likely using? A. Database. B. Data warehouse. C. Cloud storage. D. Content management system. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Data warehouse. Explanation. A data warehouse integrates data from multiple sources for reporting and analytics, helping companies monitor performance. 44. What does the Infrastructure as a Service (IaaS) model provide to companies, eliminating the need for purchasing equipment? A. Networking and communication tools. B. Servers, networks, and storage. C. Software licenses. D. Application development tools. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Servers, networks, and storage. Explanation. IaaS provides companies with computing resources like servers, networks, and storage without needing to purchase physical equipment. 45. A company needs to deliver software development tools over the internet for application building. Which cloud service model should they choose? A. Infrastructure as a service. B. Software as a service. C. Platform as a service. D. Cloud storage. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Platform as a service. Explanation. PaaS delivers development tools and environments over the internet, allowing companies to build and manage applications. 46. A company is assessing a vendor's ability to deliver a product and evaluating pricing options. What procurement document are they likely using? A. Request for proposal. B. Non-disclosure agreement. C. Request for information. D. Purchase order. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Request for proposal. Explanation. The RFP is used to solicit bids from vendors, detailing the project and evaluating pricing and delivery options. 47. Which role focuses on designing solutions for business problems and acts as a bridge between business and IT teams? A. Project manager. B. Product owner. C. Business analyst. D. Scrum master. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Business analyst. Explanation. The business analyst designs solutions for business problems and communicates between business and IT teams. 48. Which diagram is used to visually represent the possible outcomes of a series of decisions, starting from a single node? A. Fishbone diagram. B. Decision tree. C. Run chart. D. Scatter. Diagram? Can you guess the answer? Correct. Answer B. Decision tree. Explanation. A decision tree visually maps out the possible outcomes of decisions, branching out from a single starting point. 49. What document is used to trace project requirements from initiation through to delivery, ensuring all requirements are met? A. Risk report. B. Gantt chart. C. Requirements. Traceability matrix. D. Project charter. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Requirements traceability matrix. Explanation. The RTM ensures that all project requirements are tracked and met throughout the project lifecycle. 50. Which technique helps project teams estimate the effort and size of user stories in Agile using consensus-based methods like cards? A. Velocity chart. B. Story points. C. Planning poker. D. Burn down chart. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Planning poker. Explanation. Planning poker is a consensus-based estimation technique where team members use cards to estimate effort and size for user stories. You've reached the end of our first question set. For the complete exam preparation experience, visit us at 𝗬𝗂𝗍𝗵𝗀.com, where you'll find thousands more practice questions and comprehensive study guides. Thanks for studying with us today. See you in the next video.